Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to another reading for the general collective. I'm not going to waste any time, there's no reason to. Let's get into the message. So, for the general energy of the collective right now, we have rage. Not all cards will be able to fit on screen, because since I'm doing this on like a tiny surface, so just bear with me. A lot of you guys feel like, I don't want to say like pure, like, I don't want to say pure rage, but I want to say like there's some type of like tense energy that you're experiencing right now if you're watching this. And it's honestly probably because a lot of you guys are going through a spiritual change or transformation of some sort. That's just kind of what I'm picking up off of that. We're just going to go ahead and, get straight into the tarot cards. But I feel like this is obviously, because of a spiritual transformation. That's why you're feeling this rage and this type of energy. It's also going to be, I guess, what is the word, conductive towards getting you closer to your goals. So this rage is here for a reason, obviously. Anyways, for the main message via tarot cards, you guys have a lot of, powerful ideas that you should obviously go towards, and you should not be afraid to go towards them, because with the Knight of Wands, like, that is a go for it, go getter energy type of card. So if any of you guys have any type of ideas that you're wanting to pursue at this current moment in time, anything that is speaking to you, any business endeavors of any sort like that, then you should definitely go towards doing it, because it will be successful and you will get some money with the Ace of Pentacles. And there will be a lot of, support behind this idea. And I'm talking about spiritual support mainly. Like, you will get a lot of spiritual support for pursuing this idea that has been on your mind, especially with the Three of Cups. But I'm also hearing like this idea is connected to you spiritually. Like, that's the reason why you're thinking of it in the first place, because this idea is a part of, first off, like, your purpose, and second off, like, this moment in time that you're experiencing right now, where you get the idea and you're like, oh, I want to go towards doing this. This was written before you were born, okay? This was a part of your contract. This was meant to happen. All right, you were meant to sit up here and be like, this idea, I need to do this. You were meant to have that moment, that experience. It was something that was written before you were born, like I said. So with like the Three of Cups, there's also some type of spiritual union that is happening at this current point in time. Because this idea, this idea I'm hearing is like slightly spiritual in nature. It doesn't have to be fully spiritual. Like, it doesn't have to be like a fully spiritual thing is what I'm saying. But in nature, the way it was, thought of, the reason why you have got it is because there's a spiritual basis at its core. It was written, in the Akashic records. It was meant to happen in this lifetime. So there will be a lot of spiritual support, obviously, behind it, because it's something that, was meant to happen spiritually. And I feel like some of you guys may, make friends with some deities of some sort that can help you move this idea along. either that or there's going to be a lot of ancestors guiding you. A lot of, I guess, homecomings, meetings with your spiritual team. Whatever this is obviously a great idea. Because it was divinely written out to be. And you shouldn't feel any fear, okay? Do not fear this. Don't even, hesitate. Don't think negatively about it because of past experiences. And if this idea is kind of big in nature, definitely do not back down or fear it. Because it's big in nature for a reason. It's big in nature for a reason, alright? Now, the whole entire rage aspect of this reading. I know that we picked up on, the rage energy at the beginning of this reading with the Medusa card, and that being the energy of the collective. For a lot of you guys, you went through just events that haven't been pleasant in recent times. And a lot of those events, were meant to obviously happen spiritually, as everything that is happening in your life right now is playing out, according to your contract, according, to your purpose. This stuff was plotted, this was planned, okay? The things that are playing out in your life right now. There's a lot of frustrating moments that are happening spiritually. And that's because that frustration, that anger you have is supposed to push you towards the right direction. It's supposed to push you towards doing what you need to do, which is following this idea that you have or this purpose, okay? Because some of you guys might be wanting to maybe pursue some type of job, and that job wasn't meant to be, so you get rejected or things go wrong with that. Or you may be trying to do things and it's just not working out the way it needs to go, and that's because it's just not meant to be. All right, that's not a part of the greater plan at play, okay? That's not a part of the plan at play that you planned before you came here, all right? Don't feel, though, because these things are happening, that you're not supported divinely, because you have a lot of divine support. And I'm telling you, when everything goes through, when you start following in the footsteps that you need to follow, you're going to have a homecoming, is what I'm hearing. Maybe with a divine partner, a familiar, angels and demons that support you. Whatever it may be. Just know that this is all playing out divinely, and you don't have to worry. You don't need to worry about anything. Just let things naturally play out. You know what I mean? Because you're going to get a lot of money from this, is what I'm hearing. So don't worry about money, and don't worry about how you're going to make things happen. They will happen. The pieces of the puzzle will fall together. What really matters right now is that you go towards doing it, all right? Because some of you guys haven't even, taken the first step, which is going towards doing it, all right? And use that rage that's boiling inside you to go towards this idea. Because your ideas are magical, they're spiritual in its basis. And we need more spiritual creatives, we need more spiritual problem solvers, we need more spiritual scientists, we need more spiritual, we just need, more spiritual magicians on this earth, healing and uplifting others and creating. Because we've lost touch with that spiritual side of us as a collective, as humans. And we need to obviously come back to that. Alright? The flame is flickering violently. Alright? This is true. This is deep. Alright? You know, you might be looking at this, I mean, and you might be like, not even getting the full picture. No, this is deep. Alright? You know, let me get to the messages from the Oracle. Let's further expand upon this message with our Guardian's Oracle. I need to get some new decks. Oh, that's not reversed. I'm sorry. I flipped that upside down. It's not even reverse meaning on this deck anyways. Anyways. I'm sorry that there's like a slight glare on some of these cards. I mean, I can't really do anything about it. Horrible lighting. I'm sorry. When it comes down to this artistic journey that you guys are going through, there's going to be a lot of discovery of, you know, the truth. That's why, you know, that Tell the Truth card is right there. There's going to be a lot of discovery of who you are deep down inside. Like, obviously you're going after your purpose. You're going after something that was written in your blood. So within that journey, you're going to be discovering, you know, the truest parts of yourself. You know, another reason why you're going through, like, this rage period, this period of just, like, absolute chaos or just, like, disorder is because, you know, this disorder, this destruction is revealing who you are, you know, underneath the surface, underneath, you know, the wall, I guess, behind the wall that you've built up when it comes down to who you are truly. Because as we're living life, we start to kind of lose sight of ourselves, you know, with the traumatic experiences we face. Let me make sure that candle's not back out. It's back out soon. We start to, like, lose sight of who we truly are with the traumatic experiences we face. And we also, you know, start to lose sight of ourselves because we want to be somebody, you know, that's loved, that's accepted. And maybe that's also, like, another reason why some of you guys feel rage. Because you also feel as though, like, first off, you know, things aren't really going your way right now. But you also kind of feel as though the universe and the people around you just don't accept you for who you are. And you just feel like there's all these obstacles when you need acceptance. You know, acceptance for a job, acceptance for opportunities, just acceptance all around. There's just so many obstacles when it comes down to that. And you're just finding it really hard to get the acceptance that you need, that you deserve. And it's obviously enraging you. You know what I mean? This candle is violent. This candle is violent. There is rage, okay? It's about to go out in a few minutes. There you go. There's rage. There's violence. There's anger. Alright? And you feel as though, like, you're just not getting the acceptance that you deserve from people around you. And from even, like, life and, like, all these opportunities that, you know, you feel like you're missing out on. And you feel like other people will just have it easier than you. You know what I mean? But all of this shit is happening to lead you to the correct path. You know what I mean? You're being rejected from the path that you're not supposed to take. It's leading you to the path that you need to go down, okay? And with this whole entire idea, with the purpose that you have, it's going to lead you to discover your magic that's within you, okay? With the Earth Magic card, alright? This is going to lead you to discover the magic that's deep inside you, but also reclaim those gifts that you have lost, you know, due to, like, you know, prejudice, trauma, and all these other things that have happened, especially with Face Your Shadow. So just trust in your ideas, just trust in the process, and trust in your ancestors, your spirits, your demons, your angels, everybody that's supporting this, surrounding you, you know what I mean? Just trust in all of those beings, and trust in your heart, because it's leading you to where you need to go. And your intuition is one of the most strongest tools that you have. Don't forget about that. Alright? And the purpose that you have. You know, there's so much knowledge that's being bestowed upon your doorstep, alright? There's so much knowledge that's being delivered to you, alright? I keep thinking about, like, delivery packages. I don't know what that's about, so I don't know. I don't know if you guys are receiving a package of some sort that may help you out. I don't know. I was just kind of hearing that. I don't know if some of you guys are starting, like, a small business or something and you're delivering packages. I don't know. It was just, I heard that. I'm not really quite sure, but it just was kind of on my mind, so, you know, take it if it resonates. Don't take it if it doesn't. But no, there's a lot of, like, knowledge that first off, you're going to uncover during this journey and learn during this journey, but also, like, knowledge that's that you've learned from these enraging experiences, and not just enraging experiences, knowledge that you've learned over your whole entire, like, life that will be used to uplift this idea that you have, okay? But yeah, at the end of the day, like, this is all about, like, first off, this journey is all about you, okay? This isn't really about anyone else but you, okay? Yes, you know, you have a purpose to uplift the collective and, you know, shed light. Shed light, heal, spread love. Those are the energies of this deck. Love, heal. You have a purpose on earth to do that. But this, you know, journey, this come up, this moment, this is a moment that, you know, you're going to obviously face along with your spiritual team. You know, you're not ever really alone because you got so many spiritual beings watching over you. But when it comes down to, like, other humans, is what I'm saying. Like, no. Some of these motherfuckers, they're gonna be assholes about it, alright? That's just what you can expect, you know, just being a divinely gifted, divinely blessed person. But you have to genuinely fucking ignore that. Because those people are just, number one, jealous, number two, have nothing to do with their life, and number three, don't fucking matter. And then number four, it's like you're gonna heal them anyway, so it's just like, don't worry about them, alright? All you gotta really worry about is yourself and who you are at the end of the day. In that rage that's building up in your heart, use it as a tool to uplift others and also a tool to uplift yourself and get to where you need to be and follow your divine purpose. That's what this rage should be used for, because you have a lot of magic within yourself, okay? If you're doubting your magic, you have so much magic within you, okay? And you don't even understand it, okay? And that's what this journey is going to also uncover. It's going to uncover the truth, which is that you're a magician. You're a spiritual god among men, okay? And to sit up here and deny that and pretend like, oh, well, no. Why would you deny that? That's just who you are. Don't deny that. I hate when people deny that by themselves. Been there, done that though, so. But listen, like, you have so many gifts. And whatever this idea is, it's perfect. It's amazing. Alright, go towards doing it. And don't be afraid. Do not be afraid, okay? Because you have so many people supporting you, okay? There's gonna be so many people that you meet on the journey that will help you spiritually. So don't worry. Is there anything else you have to say to the collective? Is there anything else you have to say to the collective? Is there anything else you have to say? Oh. Alright, bro. Whatever you want in life, you are worthy of getting it, and don't believe that you aren't. Also, with the whole entire worthiness card, listen. Anything that you put your mind towards, you will get it. You will get it. Without a doubt. You will literally get whatever you want, okay? By just putting effort towards it. Alright, don't feel as though some of you guys feel as though you're like cursed, or you can't get anything in life, or that you just feel like everything is just increasingly fucking hard. Do not feel that way. Because the only reason why things become increasingly hard or fucking annoying like that is because it's just not meant to be, okay? And you're trying to force something that isn't meant to be. But the thing is, like, with the whole entire worthiness card, there's so much beautiful magic and power within you. First off, you don't need to find it from anybody else. Even if you sit up here and talk to other deities, spirits, gods, wherever it may be, alright, you don't necessarily need all their magic knowledge and everything like that, because you have just as much magic knowledge and power as them within yourself. That's why you're here, alright? So let's not get that twisted. You don't need necessarily, other deity friends. Obviously there's going to be a lot of amazing deities and spirits that help support you and lead you to where you need to go. But the thing is, first off, you don't need necessarily anybody else but you, because you have so much power within you, so much magical greatness within you. Why would you sit up here and need to seek it from somebody else when that's right within you? And then, like, another thing, I guess, second off, when it comes down to your manifestations, when it comes down to your ideas, you are worthy of seeing those things play out in reality. You're worthy of experiencing, the luxuries and wealth and prosperity in life. But like I said, you just have to put your mind towards it. You have to actually do it. And that's one thing that a lot of people get wrong when it comes down to magic, manifestation, is that they just wish and pray and, 369, and they do all this type of stuff, but they actually never go towards doing it or taking physical steps in real life to do it, alright? I would say, the most interesting, powerful thing about, Satanists in general is that, a part of their philosophy is that they actually act out, what they're doing magically in real life. They actually act it out. They actually do, take the steps towards manifesting their manifestation. I feel that's where a lot of people fall flat, is that they don't actually, take the steps toward doing the manifestation, They just pray for it to come, but you gotta act it out. You gotta live in it. You gotta actually do it. You know what I mean? But you are worthy, alright? Never forget that. And just be brave, alright? Be brave and go towards what you want to do. There might be a lot of people that think that you can't. Just ignore them, because they're bitches, alright? I mean, that's just the truth. Just ignore them, alright? And manifestation. What was I just saying? You are worthy of whatever you are trying to manifest here on earth. You are worthy of the manifestations that, you are seeking. And even then, the dreams, the visions that you have, they will manifest in real life. Don't even worry about that. They will manifest here, right now, in this physical plane. You don't even have to worry. It's just the truth. Because that's how it's meant to be. You know what I mean? So don't worry. Just let things flow, because, you got so many people on your team, on your side, spiritually. You got ancestors, grandmothers, grandfathers. You got so many people who are supporting you. You don't have to worry. You never have to worry. Use that rage and anger that you have deep within yourself to catapult you to the top. Because that's what it's there for. Phone ran out of storage while I was wrapping up the reading, but okay. Anyways, like I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by my phone being an asshole. Like I was saying, during this, see, now I lost my train of thought. You guys will discover a lot of, things about yourself that you wouldn't have discovered. What am I trying to say? You guys are going to discover a lot of knowledge that's within you. This is going to be, a spiritual awakening of sorts. You know what I mean? Even having this idea that you guys have at this current moment in time is a spiritual awakening. in itself, because this idea is leading you to something spiritually. It's going to have you, use your spiritual gifts, okay? Whether that be creative or just even spiritually, all right? And some of you guys are receiving visions, signs, and you need to listen to them, because those signs and visions are part of your roadmap. Those are leading you to the signs and visions that you're receiving. They're leading you to where you need to go. All right. So I'm pretty sure that's all I gotta say. And thank you so much for sitting down, listening to this reading. I love you. All right. Stay safe, and thank you for listening. And chase your dreams. All right. If no one tells you that, they love you, well, then know that I love you. And I love you with all my heart. I'll see you very soon. All right.